I got the police to arrest my parents. They always seemed off growing up. Like, nice to strangers, strict with me, but never outright abusive. It was weird. I wasn't allowed to have social media until I turned 18, and they didn't let me post selfies or anything personal. They said it was for my safety. They were really intense about it. Then once I moved out for college, they suddenly eased up. Told me I was mature now that they trusted me. I started posting on Instagram, just normal stuff, me at class, hanging with friends, food pics, boring stuff. 3 months into freshman year, this random guy followed me to my dorm. I'd seen him before on campus, thought maybe we had mutual friends. He waited outside the dining hall for me and said, "You ghosted me again. Are we still on for next weekend or not?" I laughed awkwardly. Thought it was a prank, but he wasn't joking. He pulled out his phone and showed me screenshots of messages that were supposedly from me. They used my name, my photos, my voice, sort of. That's when I noticed it. Voice notes that sounded like me, but off, almost robotic. I generated, I think. The guy had sent money, like hundreds of dollars. He thought he was helping me get through school and that we had a thing. I told him I had no idea who he was. He looked devastated, said he'd been talking to me for 6 months, longer than I'd even had Instagram. He walked away angry and confused, but I was the one left shaking. I spent the whole night digging. I reverse searched some of my selfies. That led me to a fake account, same name, different username, then another, dozens. On sugar daddy forums, dating apps, even private Reddit groups, all pretending to be me. They had info only someone close to me would know, like the name of my childhood dog, my favorite brand of cereal, my high school nickname. I freaked out, called my mom crying, told her someone was impersonating me and scamming people. She got real quiet, then said, "It's probably just a scammer, block and on." But something about her voice, it didn't feel right, so I started digging at home during Thanksgiving break. While they were asleep, I opened my dad's laptop. That's when everything clicked. There were folders, dozens, labeled Ella accounts, Ella scripts, Ella voice notes. Inside were pre-written conversations, custom responses, even spreadsheets tracking how much each guy had sent, how they were contacted, what package they bought. Some of the profiles had full backstories, my hobbies, fake class schedules, sob stories about needing rent or book money. They even used Venmo accounts under fake names, but linked to my parents' joint bank account. I felt like throwing up. When I confronted them the next morning, they didn't even deny it. My dad said, "Nobody got hurt. These men are perverts anyway." My mom actually smiled and said, "We only used what you already made public. It's not like we lied about you." I screamed at them, said they'd use my face, my voice, my identity. My mom shot back, "And you're not starving. Your tuition's paid, aren't you?" This is how we kept things afloat. I left that night, went straight back to campus. I told my RA everything, and she called her brother, who works in cybercrime. He said this was serious. Identity theft, wire fraud, impersonation, maybe even trafficking depending on how it's framed. He told me to collect everything. Screenshots, bank information, voice notes. I even pulled the security cam footage from the dorm that showed the man confronting me. 2 weeks later, I filed the report. The detective I spoke to couldn't believe how detailed my parents' scam was. He said it was corporate-level catfishing. A search warrant uncovered everything. Their phones, laptops, tablets, all filled with fake convos and transaction logs. They were arrested in December, charged with identity theft, cyber fraud, and use of AI-generated content for impersonation. The prosecutor said they were running a virtual persona scheme, which is apparently a real term now. Here's the worst part. They made over $40,000 in less than a year. Some men pressed charges, some didn't, probably too embarrassed, but the paper trail was enough. They're both facing serious time, up to 12 years each. People ask if I miss them. I don't even know who they were. They told me not to post photos online because it wasn't safe. Turns out they just didn't want anyone else profiting off me. I